Hi, Amanda here today with Inspiration Friday. I'm coloring up Steampunk Molly from La La Land Crafts, and I'm just using some Copic markers. I'm going in with my darkest color first, right around her hairline and down the sides of her cheeks. And then I will blend it out with my next color to just make sure it all has a good blend. And I'm using Y00, E11, E00, and YR000. Just going around her cheeks and her ears, and now coming in with R20, which is a blush, and R11, which is pale creamy pink. I love these colors for cheeks and for lips. It's so soft and subtle, and that's the colors I use, and I love it. Blending it out. And now her eyes, which I used YG03. I love green eyes and dark hair. It's just really pretty. I know she looks a little funny right now, but just hang in there with me. Using Copic markers, things usually look a little crazy before you get done with them. And the same colors that I used for her face, I'm using for her neck and her arms as well, making sure I get dark right around where her sleeves are and kind of following over to where her gloves are for her shadow. Now time for her hair. I used colors E44, which is clay, E29, burnt ember, and E47, dark brown. Hair, I love doing hair. It always takes the longest for me because I love giving it that shiny look. I am not the best at it, but I do love to color hair. And Marcy and Molly from La La Land Crafts are some of the best ones to be able to do that with because they have such beautiful hair. Here are her bangs, doing the same thing, dark color to the lightest. Super fun to color up. If you don't have Steampunk Molly, I suggest you get it. I can see me using this for a lot of different occasions, birthdays, parties, just a lot of fun to color her up. I'll let you listen to the music as I'm finishing up coloring her hair. Colors I'm using for her goggles are E15, E35, and E37. Now I'm using colors G99 and YG95 for her hat. I did not have a color to go in between them, so you'll see me scribble off my darkest color, which is G99 olive, onto my Market Art by Ranger mat, and then just picking it up with YG95 to become an in-between color and have them blend out. And it worked out pretty good. I liked it. Worked out well. Eventually I'll have all the Copic markers, but I don't have them yet. Alright, now for the ribbon of her hat, I'm using V09, V04, and V06. And for her goggles, I'm using colors C5 and C3, making sure that the darkest color is on the outside and then towards the middle, and then using C3 right in the middle to give it that nice shiny look that glasses would have. All right, and the same for the hat. I did it for the middle of her shirt. And I am going to take my green color, scribble it off, pull it in for the in-between color. It's a great way to extend your colors if you don't have all the Copic markers yet. Alright, I'm going to give her puffy sleeves, so I'm using V09 to do the indents to make them look puffy. And then going in with V06 to do the blending out of that color, and then coming back through with V04, and the same with the ribbon. I scribbled off V06, picked it up with V04, and did the in-between color. There we go. We're gonna fussy cut her out. Alright, now I'm taking my die cuts from La La Land Crafts, going direct from pad to paper with my Distress Oxide ink vintage photo and blending it out to give it the vintage look and feel. Doing the same with this purple die cut. I'm going to offset them to make it look like a drop shadow. And taking the paper, I sewed around it to give it a more of a vintagey feel, gluing it on my paper. I backed it on some gray cardstock. And then taking my die cuts, that mandala doily die, love it, so good. I dipped that in Dusty Concord Distress ink, and then also vintage Distress ink photo around that doily. Gluing her on the postage stamp from La La Land Crafts, and then I'm going to glue her on as well. I glued on a few sequins and the sentiment, and there you have it. Cool, right? You can find me on Instagram and Blogspot. Thanks for watching. Come again. Bye.